In the midst of era when new niggas ain't coming dissing the veterans.
Facts.
I would never say I'm equal to or better than Jehovah without me having to settle in. They don't get me, these bitches is moving iffy. And I be leaving places that probably and never miss me. I don't beef with people when they from my own city, cause the Uber would be cheaper if you rode it home with
Let's
me.
talk about the budgets. These niggas will really cut it. They're telling you that they'll come and discussing it with you later. Here, let's talk about it and think. Let's just talk about Monopoly. Cuban Link, but now you renting all your property. Your net worth shit, checks don't hit. Baby mother trash, only like her cause her neck work lit.
Nina up in here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a real MC up in here.
Funny thing when you racing to get it in, people give direction to places they never been. Latency never ends, knowing you would get to sit in some spaces they never can. But I learned to turn 100 wishes to 100.
Well, hello, and welcome back to my Indigo Mind. This is your host, Tyshana. Good morning, good morning. I hope you woke up on the beautiful side of the bed this morning. Get you some breakfast in you, honey. For those of you who love your coffee like me, no coffee, no talkie. Go ahead, go get your coffee, sis. And let's get into this thing, okay? Happy Money Making Friday, okay? Happy Friday. We out here, so let's get it. Baby. So, it's still going back and forth between Hazel and Keesha. I just find it funny, like how people protect one person over the other, like it was in the beginning. You know what I mean? First it was like, well, why is Hazel even saying anything? Like, that's not her place. But as soon as she gets Ashley to come forward, well, not even get Ashley. I feel like people getting misconstrued because it's a lot of, you made her come to the internet and embarrass herself. And you made, no. We're not going to do that, okay? Let's get the facts straight. Because I literally watched everything unfold right before my eyes. Down to lives done at 2, 3 in the morning on Sunny TV. Down to waking up first thing in the morning and it's like 6 o'clock. And like 6 women are on live screaming. I even got up on one of Sunny's lives during this whole happenstance, right? What happened was Sunny TV stirred a lot of this shit up. Now, you can say what you want. You can say what you want, okay? But realize that. Like, y'all seem to forget that part of it. That Sunny stirred up a lot of shit and then disappeared, okay? Now this is not the first time you find things like this on Sunny. You feel me? Like, I had no idea who she was until she disappeared, and I started looking for her and seeing other little videos of people like, oh nah, she good at playing the victim. She always quick to cry, and she always saying, you know, how Arisha guides her and all of this stuff, right? But the low vibrational vibes that was being brought onto her channel, it was a mess, okay? And then she backed away from everything and unscathed at that, right? So what happened was people was talking about doxing Sunny. People started talking about getting her information and finding out who she was. Because they started, you know, letting her know, oh, you was in the military, right? Oh, you da-da-da, oh, you this, you that. So she started to get afraid. And she bagged back completely, like took a page down and all of the things. So after that happened, we all know originally it was Toya who brought her to the internet, right? And I've been saying this from the beginning. If one friend has the right to protect their friend, then she had the right to protect hers, right? My problem came in when that same friend started harassing and bullying and hurting other people because they did it to her. It's like an eye for an eye type of situation in this whole thing, right? So I just found it funny though, because everybody got something to say about Ashley. Everybody got something to say about Hazel. And when Hazel came forward for her friend, that's all she did. She came after the people that came after her. She didn't randomly go after people who said Ashley's name. There are so many videos online made about Ashley now in a derogatory manner. Not once did you see Hazel get up here and dox no regular person following Keesha. She did not go behind the reactors and try to find their business and put it out. She did not harass, stalk, or bully anybody that did not do it to her first. Like, when she came to the internet, and I said this, I said, when she came to the internet, they both needed to capitalize off the situation. Hey, get your coin, sis. You got kids. I always want you making money. You hear me? I just find it funny because no, we don't get along, but I still feel like Ed has every right to sit online and do what the fuck she doing because everybody else do. But when it comes to bullying motherfuckers, if it ain't being done and you don't do it to the people that did it to you. You just randomly finding people that saying her name and putting their business out. How is that any different than what you saying other people doing? You cannot say someone is putting kids in danger while putting kids in danger. You leaked other people's addresses. You don't give a fuck about nobody else's child. Nobody. You don't care. And y'all are weird as fuck. This is exactly what I be talking about. How a whole bunch of mothers sitting up online talking about people's kids. How? And it's not funny. It's not fun in games. It's none of the above. I can honestly say, because being honestly real, I downloaded the whole live from when Ashley was on the phone with Hazel and they did their first live. I downloaded the whole thing. I did a video on what she had to say. I put in the pertinent pieces and I felt like that was good enough. But I have the video. I'm not going to release it because she no longer has it public. But the point still remains, sis. That girl admitted it. She sat there and she admitted, which is a piece that I put in my video. I was stupid. I was wrong. I should have never messed with this man, but my feeling got involved. She said it. So stop acting like you only hear what's good enough for you. She said it. I was wrong. I should have never messed with him, let alone get pregnant by him. But it's happened and it's here now. You sit up there quick to say this woman never takes responsibility when she does. She absolutely takes responsibility. And that shit hurt when you with a nigga that got a chick on both ends. Both of y'all was played. Both of y'all look stupid, which is what I've always been saying. Y'all running after this man who does not even value himself. That is an issue. You cannot sit up here and tell me that your whole quarrel is with Ashley. It's not. Just like you say you don't have no loyalty to her, you don't. She don't have no loyalty to you, so why the fuck are you continuously asking for understanding? For her to put herself in your shoes. There's no right way things are going to happen in the beginning. Let's be very clear. And a lot of people are harping on the fact that she went over to Keesha's house and didn't speak to that mama, right? Now, I don't know about nobody else. Or how nobody else's mama carried himself. But my mother is not going to get online with anyone and have a conversation about anyone's child. She's not going to get online and call anyone out of their name that did not direct that shit at her first. And you're going to get a quick, classy read and she's going to leave it the fuck at that. Okay? I just find it funny. The excuses, the reasons why. But she did. But she said. But he did. We are not in fucking kindergarten no more. We're grown-ass people, and sometimes you have to take shit with a grain of salt. These people do not dictate what happens in your regular life. You know what's hilarious to me? How people use race, right? Now, we're going to get into this. Oh, you know, the Caucasian people don't talk about each other like we do. They don't talk. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Because let's be very clear. I watch both. I watch mommy channels, period. Whether it be Caucasian, okay, or a descendant, okay, from my DNA. I don't care. I watch what the fuck interests me, okay? But let's be very clear on this topic, right? Because you don't know, so you speaking out of turn. On that mommy sector side over there, they be ripping asses, okay? New ones. They be going so deep inside the bullshit that they do that they find arrest records. That they make sure that they are on point with everything that they are showing. Okay, and there's proof. Down to the evictions, down to the repossession of cars and houses, the Ace family, all of them, they get the business from reactors. And the reason why you don't know that is because you so-called don't watch reactors. Somehow you always know what we say. This is a sector. We are reactors. We are commentators. And it's going to continue to be a space. You know why? Because it makes YouTube and Google money. That's why. Because if people didn't want to hear what we had to say, then they wouldn't be over here. Then our videos wouldn't have thousands of views. Then our videos wouldn't have thousands of comments. What are you talking about? Every genre came from somewhere. It was a chick that was watching a person and their life unfold, and it's something that happened she didn't agree with, and she got online and said, you know what? This is where it's going. I have a reaction. This is a reaction to it. And boom, a genre was born. Don't sit up here and try to act like y'all can dictate how people feel. I'm sick of all y'all selective outrage, okay? Because had it been coming from a certain person, you'd been fine with it. But because it's coming from someone you don't get along with, now it's an issue. Make it make sense. Just like this. On the phone with Hazel last year, this heifer admitted that Jeremy had proposed, but she said no. Right? So we been knew that. Then she proceeded to put it in a book like it was a juicy piece of gossip that no one knew. That's false advertising. Like, we knew that, sis. So you made us think that it was something else so we could go run about a book. There was really no point for anybody to run about it because it was already being read online. The pamphlet was already being read online. It's unbelievable how people get selective outrage. Do y'all realize that y'all been sitting around here doing the same exact thing to other people that y'all say is being done to Keesha? And whether it be good opinions or bad, y'all using her name for clout too. The saddest part of it all is that the person that's riding for her the most is not really capitalizing monetarily off of this bullshit. It's getting you nowhere. Didn't make your subscribers grow. It didn't boost your views. It did nothing for the kid. Nothing. I'm not getting up online for 365, for 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10 hours for nothing that don't serve me. Y'all not bestie. She say her best friend in accordance to someone else. Like, that shit gotta hurt. That if that's your best friend, let that bitch get up here and defend you the way I have. If that's your best friend, then let her do it. If I was you, I wouldn't continue the shit. Because let's be very clear. There's no real love lost in the situation, okay? When you are looking out for somebody else and their interests, it falls back on you. So much so that everybody blames you when it's something that comes to her, or everybody blames her when it's something that comes to you. So nobody's really looking good in this situation. Everybody looking sus, okay? And I wish to God that women will grow up and have a better way of approaching conflict. Because the constant yelling back and forth is getting no one's point across. And then you got the little young people that y'all got inside y'all's chats poking and doing all of the things instead of just having a conversation, a meeting of the minds, understanding each other's point of view. But until people learn how to grow up and have opinions of their own and not follow the opinions of others, you have to have your own thoughts. Do not just word vomit up shit you heard other people say. I'm not going to say what the other reactors say. You know why? Because I'm not the other reactors. I'm not going to say what the other commentators say because I'm not them. I have my style. I have the way I like to do stuff. I'm straight to the point. And I need for y'all to get what I'm saying. I need to have a point to what I'm saying. There needs to be an ending. Okay? And I'm going to react on who I want. Let's be very clear. You have to follow the guidelines. You have to make sure you put your disclaimers. You have to make sure that fair use is exactly that. You have to alter. You have to... There's so many different ways that this could have been avoided. You understand? Allegedly. But, you know, everybody gonna have their opinions. You know, people gonna get all up in the roars. Don't talk about her while talking about her. Don't put her in your titles. While putting her in their titles, it's a mess. But, tell me what you think about this down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you know when I post. So, later for now. Bye.
Mr. Erwin, new niggas ain't coming dissing the veterans.
Facts.
I would never say I'm equal to or better than Jehovah without me having to settle in. They don't get me, these bitches is moving iffy. And I be leaving places that probably and never miss me. I don't beef with people when they from my own city, cause the Uber would be cheaper if you rode it home with me.
Let's talk about the budgets. These niggas will really cut it. They're telling you that they'll come and discussing it with you later. Here, let's talk about and think. Let's just talk about monopoly. Cuban link, but now you renting all your property. Your net worth shit, checks don't hit. Baby mother trash, only like her cause her neck work lit.
Up in here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a real MC up in here.
Funny thing when you racing to get it in, people give direction to places they never been. Latency never ends, knowing you would get to sit in some spaces they never can. But I learned to turn 100 wishes to 100 goals.